to the republic for which it stands.
One nation, under God.
Indivisible.
With liberty and justice for all.
Guns, self-defense, concealed carry. This is the Patriot Defense Podcast. From the war room in Idaho's high desert, here's your host, Todd Echols.
And we're back once again into Saturday evening, and we are tucked away in the war room somewhere in the high desert of southern Idaho. And tonight I'm joined by Mr. Mark.
Hello.
And Mr. Tarver.
What's up?
That didn't sound so sultry, Mr. Tarver.
Kind of tired, man. I'm kind of loopy.
Okay.
A little out of it over
I
here.
got a question. When you say high desert, does that mean the desert is high, or is it just like altitude?
High altitude.
Oh, okay.
There's no marijuana.
No marijuana.
No marijuana approved in the state of Idaho as of right now. I don't do that kind of stuff. Although I just ran today some CBD. Never mind.
You probably ran right past some too. You didn't even know it.
Up south,
Yeah.
probably the brush is so thick up there.
Yeah.
So, what have you done, sir, that's been Second Amendment related?
Well, I think we all just did it. We just shot some pistoles.
Some pistoles.
The most awesome handgun ever made.
Oh man, what'd you think about that?
That is a sweet gun.
You shot the
TP9,
mechanic, executive, janitor, barmaid.
Elite combat executive. Yeah.
Barmaid. You had to even think about it. Janitor, chauffeur. I want the chauffeur.
That's got a nice trigger on it.
Oh, that flat trigger is the best.
It's where it's at. That's for sure.
It's a good gun. You picked it up. You shot it pretty well your first time. Mr. Tarver shot it pretty well his first time.
Man, didn't do too good today, but I'm kind of tired. I've been waging war.
Waging war.
I've been in battle.
What have you been doing? Like hand-to-hand combat? You've been playing video games again?
I've been keyboard warrioring.
Keyboard warrior. Well, let everyone know you're back on the Twitter.
Okay, do we need to...
Actually,
we want to get this far this fast?
No, I don't think we do. Think we do. So, we also... What else did we shoot out there today? We shot the
jump out of your hand 9?
The DB9, right? The DB9, I think I shot it the best.
There's no proof that I shot it.
Well, okay. We all shot it.
I shot it the best.
It was whoever could hang on to it was really the winner.
Whoever could hang on to it for full mag, which is 5 rounds. And
what's the difference in not being able to hang on to it and saying, screw this.
I just hung on.
I'm done.
I just hung on for dear life.
Just put the thing down.
So I think
it's for sale.
The DB9's for sale.
I'm selling all kind of stuff.
Oh, I've been
trying to. You guys shot.
I've been trying to get. I'll give you some raffle tickets.
Good grief.
Oh, I got another roll inside. I'm very, very optimistic.
I like the yellow color.
Yeah, I got yellow and blue.
They're very vibrant.
So, Second Amendment related, have you done anything else besides shoot guns? Besides sell guns? Or maybe something cool happened at the gun store?
I dug into my safe a little bit and just kind of reminisced about sometimes on some guns, I guess. I don't know.
That all you did?
Yeah, I was kind of, I don't know, I was working, doing D&B stuff and then working at home and
We know you didn't make the last podcast.
The last podcast I was up riding.
Freaking shot a hole in your tire.
That thing blew. That was pretty good. It was on the trailer anyway, but we got it changed out pretty good, pretty quick.
So
you were up there earlier that day.
I was.
So, yeah.
You still could have made the podcast.
Well, I could have if the dang tire wouldn't have blown out. We probably could have. Yeah.
Okay, it's okay.
That put us behind a little bit. So
me and Tarver took over, and it'll be 2 shows they never forget.
Todd and Tarver 2 shows.
It is being submitted as evidence as we speak.
Exactly.
Exhibit A.
Second Amendment related, besides waging wars on.
That's all I've done. That's all I've
on the
done.
Twitterverse.
On the Twitter.
I'm telling you, it's not just. It's not as easy as Twitter. You got to get like.
What? I don't want to get into that. I guess anything else, sir.
Well, we have a. That's all I've been able to. I hadn't even slept. I'm tired. But we got a viewer question.
We got a viewer. What's it? Oh.
Have any of you guys shot the Hudson 9? Nope. And
nope.
If so, what do you think about it?
How much is the Hudson 9?
I don't know. I checked.
That's like $1,400 or something.
I checked one time a long time ago, probably 2 years ago.
I could buy 2 Canics for the price of the Hudson 9.
I don't even know.
I would like to shoot it, but I've never come across one, so
Yeah.
I've never even seen one.
No one's even asked to buy
I mean,
any?
I've seen one on pictures.
Has anyone even asked to order one in your store?
Probably there's not many people know about it, so
I have not. You maybe Zane needs to go out and buy one.
How much
and
are those
shoot
things?
it? Like I think a ton of money. I think it's like $1,300.
Oh, that ain't that bad. I was looking at a CZ Shadow 2, and they're like $1,900, and I'm like, really?
yeah.
And
Zane says 1,400.
Yeah, $1,400.
Whew.
So yeah, that's not out of my price range on guns, but I don't know.
When I could buy 2 for that, yeah, it's out of my price range. I'll go buy 2 firearms. I'll dual.
You're probably right. I mean,
I will
that's the thing is,
dual wield.
I can't imagine anything. Now that I've bought expensive firearms and I've bought cheap firearms and I've toyed with stuff and got all kind of gimmicky gadget stuff and I just buy stuff. I can't imagine nothing being too much better than that Cannon.
yeah,
I agree. I'd buy.
Probably, yeah.
I'd carry that gun. I'd buy and carry it. That's a freaking awesome gun.
I can't believe the quality of the Canic pistols. Like we're not getting paid. We're not getting sponsored by Canic here.
But we would be happy
We talk
to
about
get
it
some
a lot.
Canic
Right.
sent to us.
Hashtag Canic executive.
But it is
Chauffeur.
quite amazing how good of a trigger and everything those things have. You know?
Oh, it's absolutely amazing.
I mean,
so
where did that go there? No dead air.
no one's gonna ask me what I did Second
Well,
Amendment related.
You know,
We can't stop you, man. You just gonna
you
go
went
for it.
running, so you're probably lightheaded. So.
I'm hydrating over here. I'm
with your Voss water and your Perrier and your
Coke
coconut water
and my kombucha
kombucha.
and my Zico.
Good grief, you're gonna.
Is that actually stuff you can drink, or is it just like chemicals that you put together?
This is straight out. This is freaking coconut
Whatever
water.
happened to Kool-Aid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coconut water, man. That's the best stuff on the planet.
Yeah. And, well.
So
maybe
anyhow,
not.
we didn't-
ask Tom Hanks. He might disagree with you.
So anyhow,
But he stayed hydrated.
I'm going to start talking to volleyballs pretty soon.
Yeah.
So, funny thing happened. The interesting thing happened. Something local here. There was a local. There's a school, Canyon Ridge School. The baseball team was doing something that many other sports teams in the state of Idaho do every year.
Because this is an Idaho thing.
This is an Idaho thing. They raffle off. They sell raffle tickets for a rifle, a shotgun, an AR-15, whatever it might be. And they raise money for their sports team to buy new uniforms or whatever. Schools are always talking about how limited on funds they are. They don't have a budget. They need more money. They need donations. They need participation. And this baseball coach took it upon himself to organize a raffle for an AR-15 or a shotgun. You had your choice. And he sold raffle tickets. And from what I have heard, he's sold quite a bit of raffle tickets. And the school board caught wind of it, and they shut it down. He had to go.
Now, this has been going on since muskets were around.
For years.
Yeah, this has always happened.
And, I tell you what, I'd rather buy 3 or 4 raffle tickets to try and win a rifle than I would to pay $40 for a freaking chocolate bar.
Yeah,
I
they're
mean,
expired anyway.
This is like an Idaho thing. And anyhow, he had to go and he had to give all the money back. All the money back to all the people that bought raffle tickets. He had to apologize and give all the money back. And I saw this and it came out as a story and I was like, this isn't right. So I read the article and the school board said it was because he didn't go through the proper channels to get this raffle approved. But then they also stuck in the bottom of the story that an angry parent called in and said, "Are you kidding me? With everything that's going on in this world right now, I'm just disgusted."
Now this is in Twin.
This is in Twin
We
Falls.
got a gun. This is the person that's going to call the red flag on you.
Oh yeah.
I'm just so shocked that this is happening.
And so
Dingbat.
they complained. The freaking school caved, and it's just a mess. So I was reading this. I kind of got a little fired up, and I jumped on this. I went ahead and said, "You know what? I'm going to support the kids on and off the field." I said, "Well, I'll take this over." And I went over to D&B Supply where you work, And I talked to Jerry in there, and I got a rifle all figured out. Went out and bought raffle tickets. I did this all within like an hour of reading that article.
Yeah.
And posted up on Facebook that I was taking over this raffle and talked about the tickets. I was selling the tickets. They were $10 each or 3 for $25. And I was going to have the raffle in a month. The draw date will be in September. And I tell you what, I posted that, and within that hour, man, my phone was blowing up. My Facebook was blowing up. I had like 60, 70 shares. The news, I got an interview with KMVT tomorrow, the local news station. They want to do an interview with me, and hopefully we can get some more people involved. But I'm getting phone calls as far away from Boise.
Yeah. Well, I think that's good on you to do that because, I hate to say this because I'm a Bruin, but
right.
I love baseball, and those kids, I kind of feel bad for them because that's what everybody does. Everybody does raffles.
They worked hard to sell those tickets.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of a kick in their face or whatever, slap in their face.
They weren't asking for money. They weren't asking for any more budget. They were going to go out and they were going to earn it
themselves.
They were going to earn
it, yeah.
Well, I got a little question on that. You think they'd have any problem selling those tickets, those raffle tickets? Any problem in Twin Falls selling raffle tickets?
Oh, heck no.
No.
They're
going to go like crazy. So there's a public's behind that.
Yeah.
But we got
absolutely.
one moron that wants to complain.
Right.
So everybody's got to bow down to this one
the
person.
minority rules everything.
One liberal made it over the wall.
Yeah. And obviously found a compassionate ear in some moron that works for the school board, and they want to shut it down. I'm like, really? One person? One person?
When are they going to start listening to the majority is what I'm wondering.
They're not. One person complains, and that's
right. I know.
But it's got to agree with them. If you go complain and say, hey, I don't like this, you should bring it back. You think it's coming back?
No, it's not coming back
That's
anymore.
messed up, man. We're in a bad spot, boys.
Yeah, it's done. I mean, this is we've talked about how the liberals and they're just infiltrating the Boise area and how that's all changing up there. And we've been talking about how it's going to eventually come down here. I tell you what, that's proof. Proof is in the pudding right there. It's starting to run over.
Yeah,
it's
running creeping in everywhere.
It is creeping in. It is running over. But I've gotten
a cockroach, man.
I mean, I've got so much. And what's cool about this is I've gotten so much support. I got people that are telling me, I don't even want your stupid raffle tickets. Here's $25.
Yeah.
Put it toward the school. Give it right. to the program, whatever. And I just kind of took this on my own. I didn't talk to the school about it, so I'm going to get it done, and then I'm just going to try and just write the check to the school. Everything that is given to me for raffle tickets is going to the baseball team, Canyon Ridge baseball team. And I'm gonna, if they for some reason don't want it because it's quote dirty money or whatever they want to call it, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna have some other schools in the area send me emails, write me, let me know why they think they need the money, and then I'm gonna make a big deal about Canyon Ridge not taking the money, and I'm gonna award it to some other school.
Yeah,
because this is so ridiculous. This is how they get the kids too, and they're teaching the kids. They're coming into the school,
pushing that,
and they're teaching the kids that guns are bad, firearms are bad.
Let the kids think for themselves.
Yeah, wait till my 5-year-old
that stuff down their throat.
My 5-year-old starts school in like a month. Wait till he's gonna start kindergarten. Wait till he goes there and he's gonna finger guns.
Somebody's gonna complain about his name or something. Well, that's
Trig.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna trigger.
It's going to trigger something.
The name Trig is going to trigger somebody. That's not going to be good.
Well, it's just outright ridiculous, man.
Oh yeah.
But those are. I tell you what. You let some of these red flag laws come in. You let the TAPS Act. Well, the TAPS Act's going to be automatic. You let the red flag come in, and people will report you for that. Your kid draw a gun on his little drawing, and bam. I think this is a dangerous environment. This child looks frightening.
It's gonna be the same people that turn you into Facebook jail that are gonna turn you into the red flag thing.
Yeah, you misgender somebody.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah, they're just gonna get mad.
It's hard to
Your
tell.
ex-girlfriend's gonna get mad at you or something, and just
My son, my 5-year-old, was running around the other day with his little dart gun, just freaking shooting it up, man. He'd point it right at you, freaking shoot you in the arm, the leg, pop me in the forehead once.
Well, not only that, think about this. All right, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm sleepy. I'm tired.
Oh,
so
you're fine.
I'm all over the place.
That's a good show right there.
But okay, you say you got a criminal case in your house. Hey, that looks like a nice house. Let's red flag him real good. We'll come in tonight after they haul out everything. Easy pickings, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Good
Because
to
I
go.
guarantee you they red flag you and come get your guns. It's all over the news.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then you're done for good. I mean, it's like the whatever the weatherman, I don't remember what his name was. He got accused of whatever by that girl, and it ruined his career forever. And he didn't do it.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't do it, but it still ruined his career. That's what's going to happen.
Exactly. I'm listening, but I was reading.
No, I know. I saw that too.
Glenita put a comment. She said the problem is not just because one person said something. Part of the problem is the majority stays silent and on the sidelines. And she's got a.
That's a good point.
She's a very good point. You know, I went on Facebook and I'm reading all the comments before I did what I did about this them getting rid of the raffle and stuff. And people are like, some people were like, oh, that's good. I think they need to do that. Majority of them were making comments going, that's a bunch of bull crap. That's a bunch of BS. And they're ruining it. And all, but nobody was doing anything. They were just whining and they were complaining. I was like, that ain't going to get the freaking job done, people.
Right. The way I look at it is they're raffling off an inanimate object. It's no different than a TV. And could they raffle a TV? Sure, they could. But, I mean, they're going to get more draw from this area with a gun. That's just plain and simple. That's the way it is here. But it's an inanimate object that they're raffling off. It doesn't do anything by itself.
Yeah, it's true. So I want to blow the little liberals' minds. My kids, when we went to, there's another school in town called Xavier Charter School. They went there. And they guess what they had there? They had a trap and skeet team. Guess what they did? They taught those kids how to shoot trap and skeet on the range. Mm-hmm. But a couple of the days, they actually brought the firearms into the schools after school hours. Into the school.
How many people got killed, man?
None.
What?
Oh, man, imagine that.
They taught them safety.
The gun didn't kill nobody?
No. And
That's
they taught them
Imagine
everything.
that.
And those kids every year. And when all the guns were disappearing, you couldn't find AR-15s, you couldn't find handguns, you couldn't find anything.
I remember.
They were able to grab a AR-15 and they raffled that sucker off. They made like $9,000 or something.
Yeah.
I mean, and so to be honest with you,
I feel a raffle
we
coming
do
on.
have a lot of we do have a lot of stuff going on right now. I tell you what, if you can get a rifle and you can raffle it off, you're gonna make buku bucks.
Are you going to
right
raffle off your DB9?
I'm moving a lot of inventory right now.
Should have had you donate to the raffle.
Well, if I would have known.
Yeah, but no. So I don't know. It's just absolutely ridiculous. I kind of hope the school board comes to me and says, "We don't want your money," and I'm going to say, "Great,
Yeah.
KMVT.
We're
Guess
gonna
what?
blow that up,
we
too."
need to put this out because I need to get some school entries.
Yeah.
This is what's happened. I got another story for you.
And if you take the check, we're going to have a check presentation for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're gonna. And if you don't,
I mean, it's not like they're going to just give the gun, whoever wins the raffle. It's not like they're just going to give it to anyone. We're going to do a background check on them,
Well, what they're going to actually get is they're going to get a gift card.
Right.
They're going to
so
get
if they want the gun, they can. If they want to buy a DeWalt drill, they can.
Jeans or boots or
Right.
shirts or chicken feed, they can do that because it's a one-stop shop down there at D&B Supply.
Yeah. you need horse, anything horse related, chicken. Oh, we love chicken. Yeah.
Chicken stuff.
Chicken stuff.
Do you need some dewormer for your man's best friend? Because you can buy that down there.
Oh, that was a shameless plug. Anyway.
But I don't know. It's it was kind of interesting because I did this. I thought it was a good thing to do, and that crap just blew up in like 40 minutes. Just went absolute nuts, and I kept looking at my wife. She's like, "You started this," and I'm like, "Oh." So guess what?
That's good.
It is.
I mean, in the end, that money is going to go to a good cause. So.
It is, and I'm going to work all week at my day job and figure out how to get raffle tickets out. So
still working on that.
I'll have
May
that.
have a couple of information coming.
Yeah.
Stay tuned to Facebook.
Stay tuned to Facebook.
So right now, as of right now, you can't just come to D&B and get the ticket.
Yeah, you can't. And people are instructed to get a hold of me.
Yeah, get a hold of Todd.
And they have been. Trust me, they have been.
And we'll figure out something, hopefully, where to meet on how to get the tickets. And
Right.
everything, so.
My goal is to come up with a couple of spots next week where you can come and meet me and I can give you the tickets. And if I have to, and as long as you're local, I'll meet you somewhere. I'll meet you at your house. Sell you the ticket. I mean, whatever. I don't mind doing that. I don't mind. Now, if there's 500 people, which I hope there is, that wants to buy tickets, I can't hand deliver 500 tickets.
No.
So
Yeah.
we're gonna have to. They're gonna have to work with me. I'm gonna have to come up with a central location. Say, hey, I'm at this park. I'm right here. I'm parked at this gas station.
Don't do
Whatever.
it at a park. They might misconstrue it as a drug deal going down.
They might. They really might. But anyhow, I'm gonna go somewhere where they can meet me and. We can take care of the tickets, so I'm excited. I'm excited to get this rolling. So,
Yeah, it's nice to see everybody respond to it like that.
it is.
Actually, it's funny because you didn't know, but it upset you, so you moved on it,
I did.
and obviously it upset everybody else.
I
too.
called you. I was pretty freaking passionate about it.
Yeah. You were.
I think it's good that somebody took the torch, though. I mean,
Someone
I think it
has
really
to.
needed to.
It's just when it comes to schools and firearms and liberals jumping in there trying to just that just freaking fires me up.
Yeah.
Just fires me
You never
up.
used to have any kind of shootings going on.
No, never.
And there's a lot of things that have changed. I get that society has changed, but has it changed for the better? No, probably not. Because I remember I went to school with a shotgun in the back of my truck.
No, I did too.
Not on any shooting team or nothing. Nobody said a thing. Nobody was ever worried about, going shooting up the place.
Man, when deer season, when I was in school,
Oh, heck yeah.
Jeez, you had so many firearms in the parking lot. It was ridiculous.
Deer and gators and
Oh man, but you just went out there and you're like, who's got what? Hey, that's nice. It was no problem anywhere.
yeah. What do we
Now,
got
all of a
here? What if you take a photo of their tickets and text it to them? That might work. I gotta.
Don't
Might work.
exchange the cash.
Yeah, I still
Well,
got to
yeah,
get
still
money.
gotta
I
get
still
the
got to get
money,
money
yeah.
from. And people are asking me right now, and I'm not. I don't want to go this deep into it. People are asking me, "What about PayPal? What about?"
We're not a raffle
I'm
organization.
not doing that.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
I'm like
we're not set up for that.
cash or check. I will go out of my way, do the best I can. Glenita, she's gonna get a bunch of tickets from me tomorrow to sell, and I don't want to do PayPal. Here's the thing: every time you use PayPal, and I don't have a Venmo set up, but every time you use Venmo, they take a small percentage of the money, and I don't want to do that. And I really don't want any of that money like directly deposited into my account if I can at all help it. I want to keep everything separate. This is for the school. Do you see what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
If I've got to take a checking and cash in, put the cash in there, I do what I need to do. But this is for the school. That's the way I want to do that.
I think, and like you said earlier, I think if the school board denies it or doesn't want it, I would probably make a scene about it.
Oh, I am.
I think
I'm
it's
going to
kinda- I
get
think
way
it's-
more miles out of that.
It's really, why wouldn't they take it? It's for a good cause. It's, who cares about what the raffle is? It's for what the raffle's for.
Right.
You know?
Demonizing an inanimate object steal.
Oh, and I got-
that's the stop.
I
that.
got people supporting it just because they're pissed off about what happened.
Well,
I don't
good,
even
yeah.
think they want the freaking gun. No, they don't even care about
Yeah.
it. I mean, I got people saying, "Hey, look, I bought raffle tickets for the last rifle, but I'll go ahead and buy like 3 or 4 more from you.
Yeah.
And then if they return my money to you or to me, I'll go ahead and buy 4 more on top of that." Yeah. So I mean, I got one gal. She ordered like 12 tickets.
Wow.
So.
Well,
Awesome.
you got me down for 3. So.
I do. I got everyone down for all kinds of stuff. Trust me, dude.
Okay.
My cell phone company's gonna start charging me extra for text messaging. It's just blowing up. So I had something else I wanted to touch on. This fired me up earlier in the week, and I think you heard about this too a little bit.
Okay.
I don't know what that
Here we
is.
go.
So I'm just glad that Facebook Live is working. So I really don't care what that noise was. On Facebook, I was posting. You were sending me some links about President Trump and different things that were happening. And it takes a little while to really rile me up. I can put up with a lot of haters. And I can do that.
Right.
I got no problem doing that. I put it up with haters and people saying stuff before. It just happens. But I had someone come out and they posted, why the sudden hate for Trump? And it's not that I hate Trump. I just don't like what he's doing to the Second Amendment. But he's like, why the sudden hate for Trump? Why not focus on the good things that he has done, that he's done? You need to figure this out. By the way, what is it you've done? What have you done for the Second Amendment and the Second Amendment movement lately? And I was like, just kind of like taken aback. Ooh, what have I done? An hour ago, I just got done helping like 5 people get their concealed carry permits. And I do that routinely. 3 or 4 times a month, if not more. I've had people come and get the permits that couldn't afford ammunition. And so I've given them ammunition to use to get their permit class, and I don't get paid for that. I've given away classes. I've donated stuff to the NRA, which everyone knows how I feel about that. I donate stuff to causes all the time, classes, time, everything. Don't ever accuse me of not doing my part for the Second Amendment. I do a radio show. I do a podcast for whoever listens to the podcast. But do you guys think I need to do more? Do you guys think I don't do my part?
I think you're wearing yourself thin already.
I mean, it just infuriates me that someone would
with
say
everything that you do.
Not do what part? Why aren't you doing your part? All you do is comment aimlessly on freaking Facebook and
troll people.
Troll people the entire time. Just pissed me off. Like, I couldn't even sleep. It took me like 4 hours to even fall asleep. I was so freaking mad.
I hadn't slept hardly at all the last 2 days. That's why don't count on me to feel dead air. I'm kind of out of it right here.
I didn't sleep very well last night because of the thunder and all that. I mean, that was pretty crazy.
I had a race. I didn't sleep well either, but whatever. Anyhow, that's my latest rant. Don't accuse me of not doing my part, please.
You know what else you could do to do more of your part?
What could I do?
Give me 1,000 rounds.
I said I've given away some ammo, but not that much.
Okay.
I do have a nice ammo purchase coming next week. Bought a couple hundred rounds. We'll just leave it at that.
A couple hundred.
I will say this too, and maybe I want to try and cause a panic. I went online to get 9mm ammo, and I'm telling you right now, I went to like the actual ammo manufacturers, and they didn't have enough to fill my orders. They were like sold out, not enough for your order, sold out, not enough for your order, And so I actually had to go to one of those websites that just deals in ammo. Just sells
ammo in a trash bag. Huh?
Yeah, not just ammo, not just an ammo manufacturer, but some places just sells all different types of ammunition. To find my ammunition, that tells me that people are buying ammo right now. Yeah. People are starting to buy stuff. I don't think it's hit full force, but I'm going to be blamed if it does now. But if you guys are looking to buy ammo, if you're looking to buy guns, I'm telling you right now, now's the time to do it.
Well, locally, people are sleeping. And it's amazing the interactions you get when you start trying to give a little pushback on this. It's just, I don't know. I don't understand people. It's like, dude, I can show you a video of where they're talking about, they're coming for it. They're gonna grab this. They're gonna grab that. It's a several stage plan. They're gonna push this out. They're trying to get a red flag, and then they're going to come back with the TAPS Act, and it's all over. And they just refuse to accept it.
And people think, and I'm not knocking Trump necessarily.
I'm knocking Trump, man. I got the right to knock Trump.
Maybe
I donated money to the man. I campaigned hard for the man.
You got the signed hat.
I got the signed hat, and I'm probably going to make a video to try and get some attention brought to this. I'm going to sit here, and I'm going to take the hat out of the display case that's signed by the President of the United States, and I'm going to sit here and explain what you promised, and I'm going to say what you did, and then I'm going to set that signed hat on fire. Hopefully, that'll get a little bit of attention and wake some people up. I mean, I got the street cred. I can criticize the man. I was all for him. Once you cross the Constitution, I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry. I might like you, but you got to go.
But when they swear an oath to,
when you're an oath breaker, you got to go.
Well, and I was on the radio show when this guy called in, and just like me and the other guy that's on the radio show, Forrest, he was on there, and he's like, "What do you guys got against Trump? What do you guys got against the bump stock ban? What's your guys' problem?" And I'm like, "Do you not see what he's doing? Did you not hear his?" Did you not listen to his speech after he came out where he talked about the shootings? You probably listened, but all you heard was what I'm dubbing the new key phrase, mental health. Because there is a mental health problem, and people have been talking about that for a long time. Yeah. He said mental health, but he also said red flag. He also said TAPS. He also said gun confiscation. No one freaking heard that.
Yeah.
This leads me into something that...
And people that are waiting to see, really?
Yeah.
I've often wondered when they say they need to fix the system and fix everything, why don't they reach out to people in the business? I have a problem with he's drinking Coke. Anyway, I have a problem with like the background check system. I do. I'll be the first one to tell you there's flaws in the background check system. The fact that when we submit a background check, you barely even click the submit button.
Yeah.
And it comes back proceed that quick, like a flash of the screen and it's proceed. That's like, I don't know. To me, I'm like, did it really have time to even look?
Right.
You know, another thing is these agencies don't share information with each other. And the background check system is based off of the FBI. But if in certain cases, like there was a shooting in Texas, not the El Paso one, but it was a church and the guy was dishonorably discharged from the military.
Okay.
Well, the military failed to submit those papers to the FBI.
Right.
Okay.
And so therefore they didn't do their part. You know, the agencies didn't share the information that they needed to. That guy was allowed to buy a gun because of that. So there is a flaw in the system. Do I know how to fix it? Not necessarily, but I will tell you that it needs to be fixed.
But if they would have done what they were supposed to do,
If they would have done what they were supposed to do, and everybody
but
followed
there's no
what
consequences when it's
exactly,
another government
there's no
agency.
consequences.
So if they would have followed the laws that were there,
Yeah.
we would have a lot of that.
And that's
taken care of.
the system is not perfect, but the system is set up to work if people do what they're supposed to do.
And I saw Ted Cruz, and I couldn't grab the video for some reason. I was going to try to grab it, but I couldn't get it to share. Ted Cruz had a video out where he was doing some kind of press conference. I forget the name of the bill or whatever he wanted to put out. He talked about it last year, and he was talking about it again this year, and it was the Halsey Cruz. I'd have to look it up to find out what the name of it was. But what it was about background checks.
Right.
But it was because we do need to strengthen these. But what we need to strengthen is we need to strengthen the reporting. When someone does something, it needs to get reported and it needs to go, on their records or whatever under their name. Stuff's not getting reported.
Yeah, it's not getting turned in.
So
Yeah.
people are getting firearms that shouldn't have them.
Exactly.
Because every other agency that's supposed to be enforcing
Yep.
these things aren't doing what they're supposed to
Yep.
every time someone commits a crime. It's not showing up in the system because it's not being entered into the system. And his bill or his whatever it was gonna somehow enforce that, strengthen that, and that's kind of what that would help a great deal, I think.
So here's a for instance. If somebody buys 2 handguns within a 5-day period, there's a 3310 form is what it's a government form. It kind of goes along with the 4473.
Right.
It's a multiple handgun. You are supposed to turn that in to the ATF. You're supposed to turn that into your local law enforcement, and then you have to keep a copy. Well, the local law enforcement, and I'm not bashing on anyone in particular, but I think all they do is file it away.
You know how many of those they get?
Well, I'm sure. I know they do.
Around here.
I mean, I get that. There's a lot that they get.
Yeah.
But they just throw it away. I mean, nobody looks at those things.
So we have laws in place. We have systems in place. They're just not getting. They're getting broken. They're not getting enforced. People aren't doing what they're supposed to do. So ultimately, this background check system that we have isn't working.
It's not going to work if people don't do what they're supposed to do.
Right.
I'm a little lost on that. What are they supposed to do if you buy 2 handguns within a certain period?
Well,
search your house,
2 or more,
anal cavity.
Well, no, I mean, it's just to alert.
Shoot the dog.
It's just to alert.
Cough.
Like if somebody's buying 2 Yeet Cannons.
Oh no,
That's-
nobody.
I mean,
buys
that's
that.
my Yeet
I don't want
Cannon
to.
right
I don't
there.
want to do the red flag thing, but that kind of sends up a signal. High points are notoriously found in evidence
Oh,
lockers.
now you tell me. I special ordered this Yeet Cannon.
But no,
Are you kidding
If it's
me?
like a Kimber and a Sig, some high dollar guns, they're going to look at that and they're going to say, that guy's probably a collector, right? I mean, it does kind of tell you a little bit. I mean, it's profiling. I hate saying that, but it's a stereotype type thing. But
Speaking of Yeet Cannon, says you guys smell bacon in here because I lubed that thing with bacon grease.
did you really? Oh my gosh.
And if you shoot it fast, I tried to make a video and it didn't
You
turn out.
can't shoot it fast.
You try to shoot it fast. If you shoot it fast enough, and you get through about 40 rounds, you actually start smelling bacon. It's freaking awesome. Anyhow, I didn't mean to interrupt. I just remembered that.
Gosh.
God, that's scary. I mean, Man, I hate to see the file on me.
I like what
Huge.
I like what Glenita put there.
What'd she say?
We've been in a slow fade for a long time. If people do not know what their liberties are, they will never know when they have them, when they have been taken away.
And part of the, I mean, she's right. The slow fade. They're not teaching this crap in school.
No.
In fact, just in firearms
They're teaching
alone,
the founding fathers were white supremacists and
Racist,
and
yeah.
horrible human beings,
and they won't let them.
I'm like, get the hell out of here.
It's a slow fade, but they're just not talking about it so that these kids in school don't know about it.
They don't know history.
No.
Yeah. And if you don't know history, you're bound to repeat it.
Well,
they
history
get
is
in there.
bound to repeat itself. Yeah.
They get in there and repeat the same kind of nonsense. Who was that? Ward Churchill that wrote all the history books, and he was a fake Indian. He was a Pocahontas.
Like that one lady?
Yeah, he's a white guy. He's trying to act like he's an Indian, and he put out the whole fake story about the chicken pox, or was it smallpox?
Smallpox, yeah.
And the blankets, and I'm like, that can't happen. That don't happen. It's impossible. It's impossible, and it's still being taught.
Uh-huh.
And it was thoroughly debunked. His book was blasted for plagiarism and everything else. He's been discredited, but his lie moves on.
And then Elizabeth Warren went ahead and picked up the slack. tried to tell everyone that she was Native American.
Oh, good.
What do you think her Native American name would be?
We better not go there.
Like Leaning Tree or something?
Liawatha.
Isn't there a joke? Isn't there a joke that talks about Indian names?
I don't know.
Probably shouldn't go.
Don't
shouldn't
go down that track.
We shouldn't go down that road. So what do you got? You got a story in your hand there. What do you got there?
Well, so this is kind of goes along with the 230 mass shootings that were whatever. I don't know where they got that number from.
It happened in the last 20 minutes.
Yeah. Anyway, that's a hugely glorified number that's not even right.
Strange way of saying fabricated.
Yeah, fabricated. Yeah. So this one is 4 fatally injured in a stabbing spree in Southern California. So they grouped this in with they grouped it. Yeet. No, anyway.
I'm gonna duct tape this to the Yeet Cannon. Go on.
They grouped.
I'm making a video.
They grouped this into a mass shooting. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but a stabbing is not a shooting. Those are two different verbs. They're two different actions.
Was it done with a bayonet?
No, I don't think so.
Looked like a kitchen knife to me.
I'm just checking.
But
I'm just checking.
So
I thought I was just trying to take out, trying to figure the story out.
Yeah, I'm not saying that 4 people getting fatally injured by a knife is not bad. It is bad, but it is not a mass shooting.
No,
not
what
at
did
all.
he stab 6, kill 4?
4 dead, 2 injured. Yep.
My son got a new knife last week and cut himself.
It was a machete knife or machete knives. Which I don't know how you can stab somebody with a machete because they're not really pointy.
It was a big old kitchen knife with a wide
it probably
handle.
was. Yeah. So
it was. I'm like, all right, kitchen knife at that. It's not even an assault knife.
Machete is the assault rifle of the.
I guess so.
Apparently.
I guess so.
I just some of this stuff, it's all made up. I mean, this story happened, but the facts about the story later on in the news, they got completely.
They got twisted. Well, it came out right after everything else, and so of course they're gonna.
Yeah, they're just gonna glob it together.
So now you got another one there that you need. It's all you because you work in a gun store.
Yeah, this is actually. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I've thought of things like this happening. I've thought of people coming in with a loaded magazine and stuff like that too. I mean, this stuff runs through your head when you're working behind a gun counter.
Right.
It's kind of natural, I guess. But this one, the guy actually was down in Heber City, Utah.
Heber.
And he walked over to the shelf and grabbed a box of ammo, put it in his pocket, walked up to the counter and asked the counter person there to see a gun.
The gun's no good without ammo.
And they got the gun out. They showed it to him. Now, mind you, this guy's a felon the entire time. I mean, he's not wearing a sign around his neck that says felon, but he's a felon. There's no way of knowing when people are, by the way.
Unless there's a face tattoo. Then
unless
you
there's
just
a face
assume that.
Then you just assume.
Okay. Not hating on all you face tattoos.
He grabs the gun, he looks at it, and he asks the clerk how much it is, and she tells him, and so he says, "Okay, thank you," and then he grabs the gun and puts it in his pocket and starts walking away. And so she obviously
think nobody would notice.
Well, yeah. So she obviously goes after him, and the manager gets involved, another customer gets involved. They're struggling with him. They tackle him. They're trying to get the gun. Meanwhile, these rounds are falling out of the guy's pocket and everything. And it's just this is stuff that I've thought about. What if this happens?
He didn't even run for it.
Well, I think he tried, but
Okay.
they chased him down and they tackled him, and
You've had sketchy.
I've had sketchy people, yes,
Right.
definitely. And there was one gal that she's like looking at a gun, and right in the middle of it, she says, "I probably shouldn't even be looking at this because I'm a felon." And I'm like, "Are you kidding
You're not
me?"
even supposed to be touching it.
I'm like, "You're not even supposed to be within 6 feet of these things or something, But
So
I'm just like, "Oh my gosh, okay." So I grab it, and I'm just. We've had a guy that acted like he was going to shoot himself in the head.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't there at the time, but
Right.
But they reached across the counter and grabbed the gun from him.
That lady that was a felon.
Yeah,
Do you
she's
think
a felon.
she was trying to get a reaction out of you, or
Maybe.
just to show you that hey, look,
I think she just wasn't
or she was just stupid?
stupid. Yeah.
I don't know, probably.
That's
but, I mean,
ridiculous.
Stuff like this happens. There's, like you said, there's no way to tell if they're a felon. They're not wearing a sign. They're not wearing an orange jumpsuit with numbers on it or whatever.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, and then, man, out here, it's very easy to be a felon these days. And it's getting easier every day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All you got to do. Well, at least we're not England. Well,
Tell them what you heard about the ATF.
Well, President Trump, the savior of the Constitution, Second Amendment, I have heard that his ATF appointee was a gun grabber, and he's not a good guy. And I'm like, I don't know nothing about the guy. I don't know if there's so many lies taking place. You don't know if this guy's, somebody's just, if there's a political agenda behind saying that. I don't know the guy, right? I don't know anything about him. Well, somebody posted a letter today. I hadn't gotten into the details, but these pistols, these AR pistols and different kind of stuff with the arm braces, they're now, from what he was saying, and like I said, I didn't get to dig deep. It would come up at the last minute before I came out here. They're reclassifying how they will measure them.
yeah.
Now, what does that mean? Because the bump stock went from legal one day.
Right.
Matter of fact, it's funny because I still have the card from the ATF in my wallet that you can show anybody in case there's a problem.
Yeah.
So one day it went from totally legal to that's a felony.
Yeah. So what it is basically, they said that you can sometimes shoulder them, but now if you add a foregrip to so a pistol is defined as a weapon that can be shot or be fired with one hand.
Right.
Can be, not needs to be, but can be. So they said if you put a foregrip on the front of an AR pistol, it is technically not a pistol and it's a short barrel rifle. Just by adding that. It's essentially what they're saying. I mean, they don't put it in those words, but that's essentially what it is. Also, if you put a folding stock on it, the stock.
Now this is the new. I mean, just
the new up.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the
because they changed.
This is
that
as
several
far as what
times
I can understand
last
because
few years.
the way they word it is very weird. But as far as what I can understand is if you put a folding butt stock on there, the actual arm brace piece is not an essential part of the handgun.
Right.
So by changing that out, you are then shortening.
Making it a short
You know,
barrel rifle.
making it a short barrel rifle. It's very tricky on how they're doing it, and they're just it's little tiny things that are going to get people in trouble.
Yeah.
But like you said, 1 minute it was okay, now it's not. It's very, yeah. I mean, to me, if I'm going to shoot a gun, I want to have as much control as I possibly can. That's me as a shooter. I'm shooting targets. I don't see why they think that by adding a pistol grip or a foregrip to it is going to make it a deadly weapon. Yes, of course it's a deadly weapon, but it's only in the hands of the wrong person.
Well, having an option anytime with your handgun, you're going to put two hands on it.
Exactly. I shoot my
gonna put two
handgun
hands
with
on-
two
yeah.
hands. So does that make it not a handgun?
That makes
at
it a
that
short
point?
barrel rifle.
I mean, that's where I'm going with that is if you read the NFA thing, it says, one hand.
Right.
So I shoot my gun with 2 hands.
Here's what it boils down to overall is, they always say, hey, we're going to, people say, they're going to come for our guns, they're going to come for our guns. And a lot of people say, no, they're not. Well, you know what? They may or may not come door to door, but what they're going to do is there's about, dozens of different ways they're going to start eliminating people. They're going to start making people felons. The people that have those, they're going to get those. They're going to make them felons. They're going to, they're going to do the whole red flag. That's going to get some. If they do the TAPS Act, that's going to get some. They're going to, California's doing their own deal about buying ammo, making it so you can have firearms, but you can't shoot freaking firearms.
You can't even get a firearm.
They're getting different corporations to slowly, pull their guns off the shelves and different things like that. So it's not gonna come from one. I hate to say it, it's not gonna come from one direction. It's coming from all around us, however they can. And if they can get, and a little amount for them is probably a couple 100,000 over here, a couple 100,000 over here, and the next thing you know, we're like, what the hell just happened?
But meanwhile, you have, all these criminals, especially in California, where you can't even buy 20 rounds of ammo. You have to wait a month before you buy
background checks on ammo.
Yeah, and that too. But these criminals, do you think they're going to care? No, they probably got all the ammo they need. They're not going to go out and buy it legally. They're just going to go across to Nevada or up to Oregon or wherever and buy that stuff.
Well, it's one thing. One of the funny ways, you've heard of the, micro stamping in California, what is that? I can't even think of the name of it. I got family out there, and they were telling me about it, and I haven't dug into it because I've just been too busy. On the firing pin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you got to have a micro stamp on the firing pin that's unique to each firearm, and that way it leaves its imprint in the primer. I'm like, really?
Oh my
really?
gosh!
So it's impossible technology that they passed, which means everything's obsolete. You can have nothing because that technology don't exist.
Right.
Well, I got this text message from somebody. I don't have their name. Maybe that's me. Maybe I should have their name, but
that's all that beeping that's coming from you.
For a minute, yeah.
Okay, man.
I'm dealing with something else here. I don't mean to, but maybe I should know who this was. But they sent me. He says, "I'm going to send you a message from a friend of mine who lives in California." This is what he said. This is what happens when you go to buy ammo in California right now. Says, I decided to buy some .22 long rifle just to see how bad buying ammo would now be because of the new laws.
Oh, God,
he goes,
not 22.
it took my CDL and my passport and filling out he calls it a DROS. I don't know, one of some paperwork. DROS, like I was buying a gun, and about 30 minutes of waiting for the clerk to enter my info by hand because the state's system to scan the CDL wasn't working. Once approved, I had to sign the application dross and a copy of the dross for each caliber of ammo purchased. He says, oh, by the way, they record how many rounds of each caliber you buy as well. Then I got to pay an extra $1 for the privilege of being safe. And I said, that's insane. And then this guy also texted back and said, and if we go to Nevada, they want to see your driver's license to make sure you aren't doing something illegal like buying ammunition.
Doing something illegal.
Like buying
ammunition.
So there you go. So what they've done now.
Ammunition is illegal?
And this person knows it's not illegal, but what they've done is they've taken the whole mindset down there and just shifted it.
Oh,
now all of a sudden buying ammunition is illegal. It's going to take a handful of people saying that, and now all of a sudden buying ammunition is going to be illegal. They're changing how you say things. They're changing the definition of things.
There's a lot of people that won't sell anything. If you have a California driver's license, a lot of places that sell guns online, whatever, they're like, nope, not even selling to you. Get out. Because
we won't sell anything.
We're going to get in the middle of 9 kinds of chaos.
We don't sell anything to other countries.
Well,
no.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, the countries are okay.
Especially
California.
Especially communist countries.
Yeah. California stand. But, okay. We'll start with you. You go into your stories. I'm a little behind on mine. I haven't necessarily read mine like I'm supposed to.
Yeah, me neither.
You got one. You should already know yours.
I hate this story so much. I hate so much about it. It just irritates me. FBI arrests Las Vegas man who allegedly wanted to shoot Jews, LGBTQ bar patrons.
Liquor.
Come on, people. I tell you
Liquor,
what.
bacon, guns, and tits.
Great.
Sorry, I had to say it.
You keep adding numbers to this and letters to this, and you're not going to be a minority anymore, all right? You're covering everybody. Stop it. Okay. Connor Clemo. That's a hell of a name. You sound like a crazy man.
Connor Clemo.
23 years old, communicated with organized white supremacy through encrypted messages. Federal authorities said, first of all, where was white supremacy 10 years ago, 5 years ago? I mean, how many white supremacists we got in the country? 10, 20?
I don't know.
I have no idea because I don't.
30?
I don't converse
Does anybody
with
even
them.
keep tabs on them
I
anymore?
don't converse with them via encrypted messages.
Okay.
Are they like, and they're all 200 of them are down grouped together in Arkansas or something like
Somewhere like that.
Come
yeah.
on, man.
Oklahoma. Damn
that?
Oklahoma.
They're all grouped together, I'll tell you that much.
No, there's like one every 500 miles. Like, come on, man. Come
One,
on.
yeah, maybe.
Come on. That's like, never mind.
They wouldn't see him
That's like
coming.
these phony people
There's so
like-
few they won't see him coming.
Like Richard Spencer and David Duke.
But hell,
Come
the
on,
way
man.
they're redefining everything, we're all white supremacists now.
Those are
That's right.
intelligence assets.
I'm now a xenophobe.
Yeah.
Patriot Defense
Yeah.
is a xenophobe.
Yeah.
Everybody's just having their own conversation.
Sorry. No, go ahead. We got stuck on that thing. So.
No, I got a little conspiratorial anyway, so we don't want the FBI to come down. But it's true. Look into it. Speaking of which,
Tinfoil hat.
all you people who don't believe in conspiracy theories, Jeffrey Epstein. I'll leave that there. We'll get back to it later. Threats of, anyway, this guy was doing, I guess, WhatsApp or whatever. He was shooting texts to somebody, and he was saying he wanted to shoot some Jews and casing out synagogues and LGBTQ communities. Okay, I got to go slow, man. There's too many letters on there. So he allegedly told agents, according to FBI officials, that over the past 2 years, he thought of several ideas to carry out an attack on Jews. Come on, man. What's mentally wrong with this man? All right. Now, granted, you can't be doing that kind of stuff, man. You can't be hating on people for just any old thing. But he's sitting up there just telling them that he didn't do anything, but he had a lot of thoughts of it. Dude's stupid, man. Dude's retarded. I'm sorry. I'm trying to find something. I'm stalling for a second.
That's a good way to start singing.
No dead air. No dead air.
Sing us a song, Mark.
Okay, here it is. Threats of violence
Stop.
motivated
Collaborate.
by hate and intent. Now, listen to this. Listen to this. This is kind of stuff that just irritates me. Threats of violence. Okay, that should be enough, right? It should be enough. Should be enough. Motivated by hate. Oh, my God, does that make it worse? Motivated by hate.
Hate crime. Hate crime.
You better love somebody when you're killing them. And intended to intimidate or coerce our faith-based and LGBTQ communities. Have no place in this country. Oh, man. Anyway, old boy's locked up. He's going to be there for a little while. So
There you go.
he's off the street.
Okay. Self-defense instructors say more Idahoans want gun training with active shooter scenarios. So anyhow, I read this article, and someone sent this to me. I think it was Josh, and he helps send us articles all the time. He does a great job. I'm not knocking. I love the articles that come through because you know what? I can't keep up on everything.
It might have been me that sent it to you.
Was it you?
It might have been because I remember that one.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, no, it was you.
Yeah.
It was you. So anyhow, this article didn't say a whole lot. What it says, pretty much what it boils down to is, self-defense instructors, handgun instructors are getting busier. It's getting busier because of the political climate, because of what's going on, because of the different. Unfortunately, when there's shootings, guess who gets busy?
Yeah.
Handgun instructors, gun stores, ammo manufacturers, that kind of thing. You get busy. This guy in this article says, over the last month, we've seen about 100% growth in classes for self-defense and concealed carry. I believe it, to be honest with you, because I usually have classes every single month. And toward the end of summer, August, sometimes in August, most of the time in August, I don't even have a class. I've got a pretty decent-sized class in August. It's still growing. I keep getting phone calls. Last month, I had a huge class, it hasn't slowed down. I mean, even the slow parts are. I mean, I'm staying really busy. So, and I hate something bad has to happen to like wake people up.
No, exactly.
But it's good to see that people are waking up and going, man, this could happen here. I mean, I could be freaking shopping for chicken at Walmart, and all of a sudden, some guy shows up with a gun. I mean,
don't you have chickens of your own though?
I do. I don't eat them. I eat the eggs.
You get the chicken feed from D&B.
I don't want to butcher them. That's a bunch of
shoot them.
Anyway,
I need to win that gift certificate, so I buy chicken feed.
Sometimes I actually wonder if like the politicians are doing things like gun grabbing and stuff to drive gun sales. Because I mean, it's the same way as the gun sales go up.
You really need to listen to our last podcast.
Oh, I know, I probably do. Because I mean, look at what Obama did for gun sales. I mean, it was like the best gun sales ever,
and infringed in no way. Did he?
Well,
was there any infringement that Obama made?
No, he just pissed everyone
off. He probably wanted
scared the hell out of everybody.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Didn't infringe nothing. Now nobody's scared, and they get. No,
I mean, that goes back to the election though, where Hillary and Trump. We had people ready to line up at the door if Hillary would have won that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there was going to be a line going out the door to buy those guns. We would have been empty shelves.
I could have retired. Man. I'd have opened up the vault.
Because you know what her husband did. I mean,
yeah.
So,
unfortunately,
you got another story, and then
I got a story. Now this is an interesting story. This is
on something else.
I got some issues with this.
Okay.
There's an argument for this on both sides, but it's common sense and intelligence, people. We got an armed duty firefighter. This was the guy. Where was this?
Off-duty armed firefighter.
Missouri.
Yeah.
Missouri. An off-duty firefighter halts armed suspect at Walmart store in Missouri. Thank you. Police say. An unarmed man reportedly wearing body armor and pushing a shopping cart at a Walmart store in Missouri on Thursday led the store manager to pull the fire alarm and sent customers fleeing. But an armed off-duty firefighter was able to detain the man until police officers arrived. The 20-year-old suspect was carrying loaded tactical weapons, according to the reports, where he was arrested at the scene and taken into custody. However, police didn't immediately say what charges he was arrested on. He got some charges since then. I just can't recall what they were. His
terrorist something. He got charges like terrorist.
Inciting terrorism. Or
maybe something like that. His intent obviously was to cause chaos there, and he did that. It wasn't immediately clear if the man who was detained told cops why he was at the store. However, the incident comes 5 days after a mass shooting in Walmart in El Paso, Texas, and resulting in 22 deaths. Okay.
So I think it was implied that he was there to cause chaos, but I think his actual reason for it was he was testing his Second Amendment rights.
Right.
Is what he says.
But he had, from what I don't know if it said it in the article, I read somewhere else that he also had his phone out, and as he's pushing his cart through Walmart, he's filming everyone's reactions.
Oh, jeez.
So you're filming reactions, you're scoping out the store to find out where exits are and people are, or what are you doing?
Yeah.
Right?
Legally?
Well, did you read that his wife or girlfriend or whatever told him, I don't think that's such a good idea?
Yeah.
Well, it apparently wasn't, because I bet you he's not going to be allowed to own firearms anymore.
Probably.
Daily Mail has a pretty good story on it. It gets a lot more detailed. You can do a lot of things that are legal that's not real smart.
Yeah, exactly.
If you want to test police officers' reflexes and their training, you can go into a police station, holler gun, and throw out some firecrackers and start swinging your finger around. I don't recommend that. That's probably not going to turn out too good. Don't do stupid shit, people.
Yeah. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Yeah, you can do that. Let's not do dumb stuff like that.
So I want to touch on the fact that we talked about this on the radio show. So that off-duty firefighter, he was armed. Okay, right. He saw this. He took matters into his own hands. Can he legally do that? Yes. And I'm speaking. I don't know what Missouri's like. I'm sure it's pretty close to Idaho. We're gonna talk about Idaho here. So can you legally do that? Yeah, I guess you could legally do that. And you could hold someone till law enforcement arrives. But you know what? That guy couldn't legally do anything else. If that kid
kept
pushing that shopping cart, looked at you, gave you the finger, told you where you could go, and kept walking, what can you do?
Yeah.
You can do absolutely
You can't physically
100%
detain
nothing.
him.
You can
Because-
cover him and follow him, and
If
if
you
he
want
makes
it-
a crazy move, that
Yeah.
you can do something.
And-
Other than that,
And if for some reason he hadn't gotten charged with anything, that kid could say, "Well, that guy pointed his freaking gun at me." I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He drew his gun. He was threatening me with it. You gotta look at that as well. I mean,
that whole scenario was
gotta be
just
careful.
really stupid. I mean, from the get go. It was not a smart move.
You want to
No.
know the part that I'll
very
go ahead and
bad
say
timing too.
the part that gets me is it wasn't just man in Walmart. Man shopping at Walmart sees this and stops this and holds the guy at gunpoint. It was off-duty firefighter.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that does it make a difference? Does that make a difference?
It was like, so he's
It
entitled
does
to
if
do
he's
that?
standing in front of a jury.
I mean, it never.
Maybe it's okay because he is a firefighter.
Maybe they have.
I mean, maybe that's what they're trying to. I don't know.
I don't know. They're playing. Never mind. Okay, we're done.
I don't know. It sounds like they just don't want to say man and concealed carrier held him at gunpoint.
Something.
There's
they
that
don't wanna-
balance, though.
You don't want to do
Yeah.
that. Not because
I mean, not to say that the guy was doing any harm. Yeah, he was maybe making people uneasy,
Right.
but there's that balance. You had another guy with a gun.
yeah,
Right.
but they want to say that if it's a good guy with a gun, that
Yeah. But what
and I'm not saying
stopped
this,
the Dayton, Ohio shooter?
but it's like they want to paint
less
it
than a
as an
minute.
officer of the state.
Law enforcement.
Yeah, but it was a gun. It wasn't just
It
them
was
jumping on him.
Yeah. I would like to stay though in that Dayton thing.
Did you see that video? That
So-
is insane.
No, I didn't.
The
But
video is crazy.
how many people? How many
30
people?
cops standing
How
right
many
there.
people were shot? How many people were killed? And law enforcement was great. Don't get me wrong. A minute,
Yeah.
30 seconds, whatever it was.
That's impossible, man.
He still killed that and injured that many
Now,
people
okay.
in that short
Now, I don't
amount of
know,
time.
like if he purposely killed his sister or if it was like something.
Yeah, there's some
But,
funny
okay,
stuff going
so
on.
apparently
Yeah.
she drove him there. That's what I get. Okay. Now he could have. Forget the gun. Okay, let's forget about
you
the gun.
jerk! You got me there late.
Let's forget about the gun.
This is supposed to go down 5 minutes.
He could have
early.
grabbed her car, driven down the street. If you've seen the video, there's plenty of room to drive down that street.
Did you see how many
There was-
cops was right?
There was
I mean,
people everywhere in
50
that
feet
street.
away, there was a.
Before he started shooting, people all over that street. He could have driven that car right through all those people and probably done way more damage with the vehicle. And there wouldn't have been any talk about a gun.
So
Well, he was Antifa. That was his agenda.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
He was so focused on the people he was shooting.
Yeah.
He ran and didn't even see the
cops,
police
yeah. Oh, yeah.
holding flashlights,
Yeah.
drawing down on him. It's like,
Well, all those people ran into that bar or whatever it was, and
Yeah.
he was running in right after him.
And
I
didn't
mean,
even-
they were like sitting ducks in there.
I mean, and there were, I'm no exaggeration. What were there, 4 or 5 right at the corner?
Yeah,
I'm like
they were
50
right at
feet
the
away.
corner, yeah, they were literally right around the corner.
Whew.
But these people
need to
run.
watch the video now.
The people run into the bar, like people after people after people. Just keep going in there.
Yeah.
And the guy, I mean, he's trying to go in there, and he would have shot a lot more if it weren't for those cops because they were sitting ducks in that bar. There was
They
no
were
way.
right there. I'm like,
Yeah.
good grief, man.
And those cops, they were. I mean, I got to give them credit. They were on the ball.
drugs.
Yeah, they. That's I don't care who you are. When it's a 7.62 round coming out, that's scary.
Yeah,
That's scary because that's gonna get through that vest.
yeah.
So you had some other stuff you wanted to talk about. I knew you wanted to talk about this, what you got pulled up on your phone there, and you also wanted to talk about your favorite guy who everyone's kind of dogging on that you kind of think is almost a hero right now. The guy that's saying don't call the Senate back, give him time to cool off.
Oh yeah.
Mitch McConnell.
Well, I got
Yeah.
Mitch McConnell. Well, first of all, let's get into this. But I had a few comments on Jeffrey Epstein too, because the last thing I saw, and this is just fun talk because sorry that you did and all that good crap. But come on, man, you pedo.
Took that they took that gag order way too serious.
Yeah. So I've actually done. The last thing I heard was he was still under suicide watch, and getting a little conflicting story there. You cannot. I have done suicide watches. I did that. You're not going to kill yourself on a suicide. It's not going
In
to happen.
Angola.
It ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. But anyway, we'll get into that later. Yeah, I'm throwing a little kudos. All right, let's step back a little bit. All right, what we got now is Donald Trump, everybody, a lot of people are loving a lot of stuff that he does. And I like a lot of the stuff he does. And I like the way he don't give a crap. And he just riles them up and keeps them going. I get a kick out of that. It's quite entertaining for me. But he's making moves on the Second Amendment.
I hate his beady little eyes. Go on.
He's flat out making moves, and he's cocky about it. He's bragging about it. He's happy. He's saying, I'm going to get people to vote for stuff they don't want to vote for. And he's the one pushing this. Now, it's amazing to me in trying to change the public sentiment here, how many people are still defending him, saying, it's Democrats. Democrats ain't got nothing to do with this, people. Democrats don't hold the Senate. Democrats don't hold the House, the White House. Donald Trump is dragging the Senate into this. Now, you got old Mitch McConnell. God bless him. And he's taking some heat for talking about assault weapon ban. What Trump tried to do was get McConnell to bring everybody back into session, emergency session, back from vacation. He refused to. Thank you. You're giving us a chance to collect our thoughts around this. It's not a snap decision, and we're able to have our voices heard. And when Trump starts turning and saying that we're looking at extended background checks, intelligent background checks, background checks, what's your background check, man? What are you gonna? You're talking about replacing HIPAA requirements and everything else. What exactly? I got Class 3s. I have several Class 3 weapons. I can pass anything you got. What kind of Fruit Loop Looney Tune stuff are you going to add to that? Maybe I won't be able to pass anything. But right now, I can pass it all. I mean, it all depends on what they add. Anyway, let's get back to that. Mitch McConnell also, while Trump was trying to downplay it, saying that it was we're looking at background checks. Mitch McConnell, God bless you, man, came out and said, nope, assault weapons, front and center. That's what we're looking at. Thank you. You couldn't throw more gas on the fire and slap everybody in the face and shake them and say, wake up. And if you people sit there and let this happen, it's your fault. And you got these Q people out there that are saying, oh, it's all part of the plan. It's all part of the plan. Everything's fine. No, it's not. No, it's not. Don't tell me he won't make a move. He moved on the bump stock. He took a piece of plastic, classified that as an automatic weapon. I'm sorry, that's insane on 9 kind of levels, and banned it. He can't do that. Guess what? He did it. He did it. It's still in court. They're still fighting it. Yeah, you still got a couple of groups that are fighting. God bless you. But these people need to hear from us. We got a couple of options the way I see it. I don't know where I'm going. I'm just going all over the place.
Go.
We need to, first of all, go to Gun Owners of America website. Go to the Gun Owners of America. They have 3 forms. It's already filled out letters. If you have autofill on your computer, you click one box. It fills in your name, your address, all that stuff, and you can send letters to every GOP representative, senator. You can send a form letter signed by you to the president. Go click them. Go click them and be heard. Besides that, you need to call the White House comment line, 202-456-1111. Don't stop there. You need to call the Senate line. You got to tell them which senator is yours, and they'll transfer you over to them. And you can do it right now. You can do it right now. You ain't got. They want you to leave all kind of information. Just tell them your name and where you're from, what town you're from. By the way, the White House comment line is anonymous. You don't have to give them any information. They just want your comment, and they record it for the president. And a person will answer the phone. Call for the Senate line, 202-224-3121. Call and tell your senators. I told my senators today that I fully expect your no vote on this, but when you get a chance to quit hiding under your desk, it would be very much appreciated if you could come out and make a comment before the Constitution is destroyed. Thank you. Such cowardice. Anyway, we have senators that they will hide behind and they'll vote no because they know they don't need their vote. They got enough of the other ones they can get their vote. But they don't come out and oppose anything. They're quiet as church mice. They need to come out. And we need to get on this. If we get enough people pushing this, I'm telling the president flat out, I'm for impeachment now. I'm for impeachment. You need to move. We need to strike some fear in the heart of this man, because right now he's real cocky, and he's dragging the Senate with him, and they're just hiding behind him thinking he's going to take all the arrows. Guess what? Mitt Romney thought he could make the Barack Obama look so bad that everybody vote for him. How'd that work out? He got less votes than McCain. He lost. And one of the most frightening times of the White House, when I was afraid of the stuff he was going to pull. Barack Obama didn't do anything, but Mitt Romney thought, I got him so afraid of Barack Obama, they got to vote for him. No, we don't, and we will sit it out. Get a hold to them, put a little fear in them, tell them this ain't gonna work out well. If that don't work, the only option I can see. Now you give me some comments. Call the comment line. Call the hotline, because I'll listen to anything you got to say. And if it sounds intelligent, sounds like it'll work, cool. We'll start talking about that. We'll gameplay it. You got half the country wanting to impeach the man. What happens when 20 million gun owners say, yeah, I think that's a pretty good idea. Let's impeach him.
Then Pence takes over.
Pence takes over. Now, if you don't impeach the man, what happens if those 20 million people don't show up, 20 million gun owners don't show up for the election? We got Pocahontas. Man, we can't do that. So either we get him to back up now, or we have to, and you have to be able to go through with it. Now, I know a lot of people crying out there. I cannot tell you how many people have responded to me saying, I can't believe you would do this to the president. He's the greatest man ever lived. No. Is your allegiance to a man or to the Constitution of the United States? I don't care who you are. You were not a bigger supporter than me. You were not. Somebody told me, you need to, I got this the other day. It was freaking hilarious. You need to read The Art of the Deal. I told him I got a signed copy. You want it? I got a signed copy. You want me to send you a picture of it? I can't believe you're not MAGA. Stop it, you morons. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. But it gets frustrating. Snap out of it. If we're going to sit here, you got a lot of people that are saying, all right, he's playing 4D chess. I'm just going to wait and see what he does. You're going to wait and see with the Constitution of the United States. If the TAPS Act if any of that gets through, they're going to push into the red flag. Once the red flag gets in, they're going to get the TAPS Act, and they're basically telling states that if you want any federal money, you will pass a red flag law. Once the red flag law's in, they're going to move in with the TAPS Act, and then it's automatic, and it's over. It's over. It's going to violate the First, the Second, the Fourth, the Fifth, the Sixth Amendments of the Constitution are gone. What you going to do then? Right now, it's easy. Let your voice be heard, but nobody's letting their voice be heard. Too many people are quiet. Too many people are still defending. I don't care if this is some kind of strategy. No president of the United States should open his freaking mouth about destroying the Constitution of the United States. Shut up. That should not even be in the public discourse. Don't even say it. And don't try and make excuses. Don't try, he's trying to. I don't care what he's trying to do. That should not be in the discourse. That is moving the Overton window. Stop it now. And I forgot what I was trying to go to. But anyway, let your voice be heard. Call the Senate line. Once again is 202-224-3121. The White House comment line is 456-1111. Call every single day. Tell them we're ready to impeach, because if they think you're not happy about it, they think, well, you'll get happy about it. You notice the Democrats hadn't said a word. Have you heard a word out of the Democrats?
No, they're loving every minute of it.
Yes, because if they say anything, he's going to be able to fire back on them and distract from what he's doing, and everybody's going to start hating on the Dems. Right now, they see him imploding, and he's sitting walking around like a jolly little, nut, thinking, I'm just going to get people to do this stuff. No, you're not, man. No, you're not. This is where we part ways. Like your tweets, like all that good crap. This is where we part ways. You got to go. You got to go. And I'm going to do what I can. I'm going to let my voice be heard. And if that ain't enough, and force multiply your voice. Force multiplication, man. Tweet, email, phone calls, every single one of them. It don't take that long. Your one voice can sound like 15 people. Force multiplication. Make yourself bigger than you are, because too many people are sitting on their butts, not doing nothing, hoping it's going to work out. And you know what? If it works out, those are going to be the same ones that say, see, I told you so. When you've been out here busting your butt to stop this from happening, make a move, people. Make a move. Wake up before it's too late. Once it's gone, it's gone. When rights are gone, you don't get them back easy. You don't get them back.
Not without a fight.
Very well said, Ken. And so you're back on Twitter?
I'm back on Twitter. I'm back on.
Can they find you on Twitter?
I'm invading. They don't want to. They're invading. I'm invading. What I do, same thing I did when he was running, is not only am I making calls, and I hate Twitter. I had to give him my cell phone number today. That's terrible. Back in the old days when Trump was running, you didn't have to give me your cell phone. But now they're watching me, so I got to be heard. Anyway, get on Twitter. I'm getting on message boards. I'm making phone calls. In my other time, I'm taking on every kind of gun story I can find, and I'm getting in the comments and I'm debating with people. Start little things. Start changing minds. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm getting a little excited. So I was going slow, and I'm not anymore. We got to say the word impeach, and we got to mean it. I never thought I would be on the side of Maxine Waters, but Peach 45. Peach 45. He's got to go. If we get him now, either back up, stop your stupid. I had to tell Eric Trump, I'm like, sit down, shut up, and apologize. Don't even talk about guns no more. I don't want to hear your stupid excuses about how you're a lifelong sportsman. I do not care. I don't care. It's got nothing to do with me. It's got nothing to do with the Constitution. That's not something you move on. So say the word impeachment. Be ready for it. Hopefully that'll scare him. If it scares him, makes him back down, we can breathe a sigh of relief. Another thing that bothers me is he said that, right now there's going to be no assault weapons ban because there's not a political appetite for it.
That means he's thought about it.
That means he checked in on it.
Yeah. He's not going to do it now.
What happens when he don't need a re-election?
Yeah.
What if he just decides to do it by himself? And I know somebody's out there screaming, he can't do that by himself. He can't take a piece of plastic, call it an automatic weapon, and ban it by himself either. That's freaking illegal. Yeah, you can't do that.
Somebody couldn't force you to have health care either.
Yeah.
But look what happened.
In 4 days.
Don't wait till it's too late. Don't sit down and say, well, we just got to say if, see what he does. Just see what he does. Some 4D chest. Man, I don't care what it is. You shouldn't even those words should not come out your mouth. Shouldn't come out your mouth. He's a gun grabber. Stage 2 is the TAPS Act. If he'll back up, I'm okay with that. But honestly, I'm scared of the second term. But we can't, we're going to primary him. Whoever comes up it's a thorn in the side, but it ain't going nowhere. All right. Second of all, if he don't win, then you're going to get. These Democrats are crazy, man. They're crazy. Part of their platform is making sure reproductive abortion rights are available to transgenders.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I'm like, it's a dude, man. The funny thing, just how crazy things are getting. I'm no fan of Planned Parenthood. Screw Planned Parenthood. The president of Planned Parenthood got fired. You know why she got fired? Because after Castro at the Dem debate said he wanted to give reproductive rights, make sure they're included in the transgenders have abortion rights. And everybody cheered and clapped, and I'm like, you bunch of morons. He don't have the plumbing, man. It ain't going to happen. She said, I don't think we should waste money on that. We should focus on other things. So they fired her. It's amazing, the insanity. Yeah, I got no sympathy for him, but it's just hilarious. Anyway. Okay. I probably left some stuff on the table.
No, you did. You know what? You're passionate about this. We all are. You're really passionate about this. This is your thing. You went for it. You explained. I thought he did great.
Yeah, explained it pretty well.
I'm afraid I left a lot of stuff out, but let your voice be heard and hit them from every angle.
No, I think
it's too late.
I think you did great. So, is there anything else we need to bring up today? Oh,
how to get a hold of us.
Let us know, Mark.
Okay.
And don't talk about T-shirts anymore.
No t-shirts?
Yeah.
Okay. We're not doing that. All right. So, I don't know. Does anybody call the hotline?
I don't
All
even-
the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
They'll probably get a call now, I tell you what.
We'll do the yeah.
Yeah, I got to check and see.
It's very hot. It's
Huh?
I got to check and see if it's still operational.
pretty hotline.
It's been a while. I'm not sure.
Questions,
It might be
complaints,
cold. Might be
griefs.
cold line.
Call Todd.
I think the email is probably the best way to reach us.
Text me.
Text him.
Don't matter.
Don't matter. Yeah. Anyway.
Send up a smoke signal.
Yeah. Patriot Defense 13@yahoo.com. Any questions, comments about this episode or previous episodes? Obviously, I wasn't in on the last episode, and I probably missed a few things that we just went over again.
He's going to go back and listen.
Yeah.
It's a requirement.
Got homework to do.
Yeah. The normals, or whatever you want to call it, the people that listen all the time, we appreciate
The
it.
listeners.
The normals.
The normals.
The normals.
The regulars.
The regulars. That's what I was looking for.
The normals.
Yeah, I was lost for words there. Anyway, we appreciate you listening, but do share. Try and get other people involved. We love doing this, and we're passionate about it, obviously. We do want to get more people listening, just so we can – oh, no. Here we go. Just so we
Please
can –
share,
you know,
like.
it does help us out if you get more listeners.
Don't forget our Yeet Cannon. Okay, we have our Yeet Cannon giveaway.
Just got lubed up, didn't it?
Just got... Smells like breakfast.
Smells like bacon grease. Oh, my God.
Anyhow, you check out the unboxing video. I know I promised I'd have some more Yeet Cannon testing videos coming up, and
They're coming.
They're coming. It's been a busy week. They're coming, I promise. But anyhow, if you take a class from Patriot Defense, that gets you between now and October, the end of October, so October 31st, that gives you 2 entries in to win the old Yeet Cannon, which still needs to get adorned with all the extras and stuff that I want to put on it. If you post a review on iTunes about the podcast, good or bad, that'll get you 1 entry. If you like to share the Facebook page, I see all that. That'll get you 1 entry as well, and into the drawing for the Yeet Cannon, the one and only. The best gun I own.
I was going to bring this up. Gentleman came up to the gun counter the other day and shook my hand and said that he listens to the podcast.
Sweet.
So,
did you get his name?
No, I should have.
You should have.
Yeah.
Well, it's good.
Yeah.
We like that. So you can't, and you guys don't care if people stop in and say
I
hello
don't
to you,
care.
right?
I love it.
Swing
So,
by DME Supply, see Mark buy a
I
gun.
love
If you
talking to
don't,
people,
say hi.
so.
Let them know you listen to the podcast. And seriously, if you have a question, just want to say hi, anything, get a hold of me. Text me, call me. I'll take phone calls
if
from
you have a question and you don't want to put it on, social media or whatever,
yeah, text it to me.
come down to me and
Talk to
talk to
Mark.
me, and I'll bring it up on the podcast. So
That's right. Find Tarver on Twitter, and good luck.
You'll never find me.
So
But
until
you'll
then,
see the guy with just a few posts is just getting back into it. I'm kicking. I'm changing. I'm trying to change the mentality and take the taboo away from the impeachment. We got to come with real threats, and we got to be willing to follow through with them. But I do have one little thing I want to add before you shut it off.
sure.
Just for fun, Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh,
he got a little case of Arkansas that didn't recover from. What's funny? I guess it's not. Hey, it's kind of funny. I mean, who cares? If your life ends with people laughing at you, it probably wasn't a good life. But yeah, this guy, I was hearing stories today that he attempted suicide a couple of weeks ago, and I heard there was a lot of stories saying that he was telling prison officials and inmates that he was attacked and somebody tried to kill him. So anyway, he wound up on suicide watch. I just wanted to give you a little bit of insight for suicide watch, because I've done suicide watches.
did you used to work in a prison?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not that you weren't on suicide watch. You just used to work in a prison.
No, I did. I was there for 13 years, maximum security, and we had suicide watches. And that is the most extreme watch you have. everything is taken out of your cell. First of all, you put in a single-man cell. All right? Now I heard one story that maybe he came off suicide watch and then killed himself repeatedly. But if he was still on suicide watch, I just wanted to give you a little insight because it's hilarious that they saying this is suicide. Everything is taken out of your cell. Everything. You don't have a mattress. Everything. Toilet paper, toothbrush, everything. Everything is gone. By law, you have to have some sort of clothing. They give you a paper gown that lasts about 10 minutes and then it starts falling apart. It is a paper gown and it is thin. It will fall to pieces just hanging on your body. You have nothing. Then they assign an officer 24/7 that must keep eyes on you nonstop. I don't care what's going on that tier. And a lot of times they'll take you off the tier and give you a specialized location. But the first day you may be on a tier. 24/7, eyes are on you. That man can't move. If all kind of chaos breaks out there, one man don't move. He's keeping his eyes on you because it may be a distraction. And yeah, he was suicidal.
He was suicidal.
You can't leave. All eyes on you because you're going to get a federal judge talking to you if you have a man on suicide watch and he dies. That's not going to happen. That's just for your regular inmates, all right? There's a little difference when a high-profile inmate comes in because there's a whole lot more attention and media scrutiny, and nobody wants that because a lot of what's going to happen is people are going to get fired. There's this little thing called malfeasance, aggravated malfeasance. Some people are going to go to jail, and nobody wants that. And you want to see some backstabbing, throat cutting take place? Let something happen, and watch how many people get under these. You ain't never seen buses like this, man. It looks like a parking lot in New Orleans during Katrina. Everybody's getting under the bus. Every man for himself. It ain't going to happen.
It's a good analogy, by the way.
Yeah. So that's just not going to happen. When you get a high-profile inmate, you will have nobody wants that attention in these institutions. You will have 4 or 5 officers on this guy nonstop. And if this guy, even the regular non-high-profile inmate, if he acts like he might harm himself, acts like it, he goes into 4-point restraints. They'll bring a little mattress back for him, it's like a 1/4 of an inch, and he goes down in 4-point restraints. That's each leg tied to the bed separately, each arm tied to the bed separately. 4-point. He's tied down, and he's tied down tight. It's not going to happen. So it's kind of funny. Sorry, I just giving a little insight because I had a few people ask me questions like, is that possible? I'm like, not a chance. Maybe he came out of suicide watch before they killed him, before he killed himself, and we'll see how that pans out. I'm sure we're all going to know what happened pretty soon because the FBI is on the case, and I'm told that they had the results before they got there. So,
I'm sure they did.
It's all under control. They were given
the results.
It's all under control, people. All under control. No conspiracy theories here.
we went into deep discussion on conspiracy theories, right? I mean, so we know all about that. Go back and listen to our extra episode. It's a good episode.
That's the one I didn't listen to. By the way,
you didn't listen to the last 2.
Okay, the last 2.
Okay, so real quick before we go, we have gone over these long shows are becoming a thing, so I like it. But I want to mention the raffle, the raffle for the raffle for the AR-15.
Takes us longer to close the show than
the raffle for the AR. That means we're getting important.
Yeah. Okay.
So the raffle, they're big heads.
I'd like to thank my mother and Nabisco for sponsoring us.
The Academy.
Anyway, go ahead.
The raffle for the AR-15 to support the Canyon Ridge baseball team. They had the raffle, and it was for, obviously, a firearm, and the school banned it, and they had to return the money, so I took it upon myself to start one of my own. If you want tickets, you can call me, text me, area code 620-794-6223. That's area code 620-794-6223. You can email me at patriotdefense13@yahoo.com. You can go to my website, patriotdefense13.com, and you can hit the contact button there and find me as well. Let me know you want tickets. I'll figure out how to get them to you. As of Monday, I will put an announcement out on Facebook and try to respond to everyone. I will know exactly where I'm going to be with tickets, kind of have a drop-off, pickup type point in Twin Falls. If not, I will hand deliver them if I have to, but let's be reasonable. Help me out. I can't be delivering tickets to 500 different people. That would be a good problem to have if I had it. So let me know if you want. The tickets are $10 a piece or $3 for $25. So, and the drawing is, well, it's on the flyer. It's posted on Facebook. It's going to be in September, like the second week of, I think it's the second Friday in September is what it is. So let me know if you're interested. Until then, you can find Tarver on Twitter. He's under the Cajun Cowboy.
No, I have no idea who that is. That might be something pretty strange. That is not me.
He's under the Cajun Cowboy.
No.
Check it out. Anyhow, until then, boys, I think we are done, and bye.